Last time on the Great Ace Attorney.
Uh-oh.
Well, don't worry, Bruno.
No, wait,
you can
please!
leave the
Let me
rest
put
to
it
me.
down at least! No, please, stop!
I'm aiming.
You ladyship! What on earth was that?
Oh, don't worry, Gregson. It won't hurt you.
I'm in the next bleeding room!
Could you die more quietly, Gregson? We're trying to look at the colour of this blood.
Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper was to hand. It's a good show I didn't use any toilet roll.
Oh, there's nothing worse than running out of that sunshine. You have to wipe your ass on the grass.
Grab the nearest receipt. Oh,
Yes.
paper cut! Oh!
Inspector Gregson has been in that situation a couple of times.
It's not...
And I had to use my chip paper. Oh, that was a pain on the hemorrhoids, let me tell you.
Oh, no. Oh, excuse me. Are you aiming the firearm at that prisoner? Could you please refrain?
Oh, I understand that Inspector Gregson's a bit fond of you, but we can't have you blasting Swiss cheese holes in the prisoners.
Don't move, Ginny. I'm going to shoot. Poof.
Oh, this was my cat Flapper-Mac.
Oh, no.
no.
Just
Oh.
giant square hole through.
Oh,
Okay.
it's purple like Mr. Mason's. Believing in people's never worth it. Someone always stabs you in the back in the end. As soon as you let your guard
She's right.
down your guard, that's it, you've had it.
Trust in other people is just pointless. I mean, everyone
No,
lets you down.
Nagito.
Yeah. Friendship is really just a hollow construct to make us briefly forget about the pointlessness of our lives. We forget about our despair for a couple of minutes, but it's always at the edges, creeping
Shut
back
up,
in,
Nagato.
slowly.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disillusion Plays The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we play the game and do the voices. I'm Sarah,
I'm Pete.
And I'm Taylor.
and if you do like what we do, well, you know what to do, guys. We don't need to tell you. You all know.
Yeah,
old.
you've all got you
all
got
know
your
the
big
drill.
brain. You got the big brain, and with the big button, you click the big red button with the big brain, and it makes us happy.
Yes. It does make us happy.
Dopamine.
Dopamine. Dopamine wash. And you're telling me you can believe me after that? Not likely. Well, Mr. Naruhodo,
Oh, Iris looks so sad.
she looks very sad.
She looks so sad.
A lawyer's primary weapon is an unwavering belief in his clients. Or her clients. I'm not sexist in my own head. Ultimately, it comes down to whether or not I feel I can trust Gina after everything that's happened.
No.
I trust her.
Nope.
Oh, Pete, don't be mean.
Okay.
Gina, let me say it again.
Objection.
Please
Excuse me.
allow me.
Whoopsie. Yes.
I'm sorry, Taylor.
Miss Susato, that British man is back.
Oh, really? Then I will give him a Susato takedown.
I'm trying to remember what the... Oh, that's it. Sorry!
Sorry? Please allow me to represent you in tomorrow's trial.
Eh? Are you half baked?
He's like, no, I've never heard of cannabis. Oops, I said it out loud.
Someone let the air out of Sarah.
Here we go again.
No, it's just like a...
I was caught off guard. Do you mind? Yes, I'm just buzzing around the room like a balloon now.
You sound like you sound like you're right in front of your microphone, though. It's amazing.
Well, I took the microphone with me, you see.
Ah.
I'm dedicated, even though I'm whizzing around the room.
That is impressive.
What can I say?
No, not at all. You've not once admitted to committing the crime, have you?
No, she's always danced around the subject.
Wait, did I? I can't remember now. Let me think quick.
Just the vacant stare while the gears are churning in her head.
What's more, I believe that you're telling me the truth.
Seriously? Mr. Narrow-Odo?
Narrow-Odo.
Narrow-Odo?
Narrow-Odo.
Didn't you hear all of what I said before? I'm a born liar. Fibs just trip off me tongue. I'm a diver, don't forget.
And yet you have
Yes,
never...
well, I don't know what exploring the sea has anything to do with it at this particular moment.
And yet you've never actually confessed to doing anything, have you? You've always gone...
Don't you start. You're supposed to be dying in hospital.
Oh, woe is me. But anyway, you've always said, oh, you don't believe me because I'm a rotten liar and yada yada bloody bloody.
Don't make me give...
I bet you think that I did it, don't you? Blah, da, 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 but not actually saying that you have.
Mr. Sholmes, kindly do one, mate. Or I'm going to tickle your toes.
Oh, goodness. No, please.
I'll make them give you the Anna's
The
what's it?
anesthetic.
Anna's what's it again?
Anna's hectic.
I don't want Anna's hectic at all. It's like, okay.
I pulled the wool over your eyes 2 months ago and got you into all sorts of trouble. Why would you ever trust me now? I just don't get it. Gina?
Much like a lawyer, you never do actually say whether people did or did not do anything. In fact, you're very good at dancing around subjects, much like my dance of deduction.
Aren't you bled to death yet?
Yeah. So fierce. It's so feisty. Just leave it out, mate. Go on, haven't they
For
bled
God's
you?
sake, can somebody stick a sock in it?
For Lord's sake. I'm dying of old
Oh
age here.
dear, he shouldn't be awake. I've got his lungs out on the table here.
Oh.
I've given them a lick and claimed them as my own. Yes.
Ugh. Just to make sure they taste okay.
Well, of course I had to lick them clean. I wasn't going to use my good rags to get all the blood off of them.
Gina? Hey?
Miss Susato, why are you giggling? This is a very serious situation.
I think she's giggling because it's that or it's that or cry.
What's come over me? I do understand why you're
Sound like you're gonna say it or what?
I was composing myself. I felt a titter, and I had to stop it. Now you've gone and done it.
I saw this about titters then. I'm not having any of that in my family-friendly playthrough.
Hey, Susato, do you suppose you might understand why you chose not to put your trust in people?
Gina, do shut up. I am sick of your babbling. I do understand why you chose not to put your trust in others. But I assure you, there is more to this life than you yet realize. What do you mean?
Fast cars.
Memes.
Horses, like horse racing, fast cars, I don't know, gambling, drugs,
No. No.
sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa!
Winners don't do drugs.
Hold on now.
The world we live in is full of people you would do very well to trust. People who won't ever let you down. Eh?
Who would never tell a lie, who would never say goodbye
Don't.
and hurt you. It's true that I'm just a student of law, and I'm certainly lacking in courtroom experience. But I can promise you this. I will give it my absolute best effort unless I'm hungover that day or sleepy or don't have my coffee.
What's it about to say? I'll give it my very best. It might be rubbish, and we might fail miserably, but damn it, I'll try.
I have purchased a book about law, and I promise that I will try to read it on my next holiday.
But Mr. Naruhodo, you've never taken a holiday in your life. Ah, yes, well, slight flaw in the plan, but I do intend to read it, honestly, I promise.
I pledge to read it at my earliest convenience, maybe. Whatever happens, and until my very last breath, I am completely on your side.
But not of the bars at this precise moment.
Metaphorically speaking, Mr. Wise-Ass.
Oh my.
Oh, Gordon Bennett, is he still here? What? What do you expect me to say to that?
Yes? Thank you.
Do I detect a slight wavering upon Miss Gina's
Oh,
voice?
shut up, you. Go and die somewhere else. Can
Aw.
you die more quietly?
Did like a little wipe of his undersleeve.
No, I wasn't. I'm not crying, you're crying.
What's happening to my face?
Why is it all wet? Why are my eyes leaking? Oh.
I'm leaking. I feel all toasty inside.
Then it's decided. I will take these papers now and carry out the necessary preparations for tomorrow's trial. It would be a shame to throw them away now, after it's been penned with your name so beautifully.
Well, do what you like. You Eastern lot of... I don't know what you are, but I don't get you.
Gina's taking herself off to the back of her set. she's just like in the back corner, like, I'm not talking to you.
It's like just
Go away.
I'd
There's
also
not
do
really
a-
anywhere
Gina,
else I
can-
could go, really.
It's like, Gina, you literally took 2 steps backwards. We can still see you.
Yeah, well...
This is my cell, and I'll have you know if I don't want to see you, I don't have to.
Why are you
Go away.
Why are you shouting? We're still here.
Just go away, will ya?
Gina's taken herself off to the back of her cell. She never admitted, but I hope she's feeling relieved.
I am now you lot have gone away.
That turned out all right in the end, I think.
Is he fallen asleep?
Foggin. Oh,
Whoever's hiding there,
whoa. No, that's Gina.
show yourself at once. Eavesdropping is the height of cowardice.
Mr. Susato?
Somebody's here in the shadows. I can sense it. Someone who wasn't there before.
What?
What this? Oh, sideways view. Blimey, you're sharp, eh? Is that Sholmes, perhaps? Blimey.
No.
Oh, no. Oh,
No.
Blimey.
Oh, blimey, you're sharp, eh? I suppose you were using one of those mystic Japanese arts, like the art of stealth I've heard so much about.
If anyone was being stealthy, it was you, Inspector.
Grexy?
Oh, dear me, I am most terribly sorry, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you.
How long have you been listening in on our conversation?
Oh, 5 or 10, 30 minutes. Good grief! Listening in? No. I just got word that there were some visitors who were refusing to leave, even if you know it was after hours.
Might have known it would be you, lot.
Someone was using a gun. I assure you, your ladyship, I only just arrived this very minute, a moment earlier.
The rest of you lot can leave. All 50 other officers, you can go. It's okay. She's not actually going to kill anybody.
Grexy, I'm going to have to press X to doubt.
Oh, no.
No! That's all it is. Nothing untoward. Nothing at all.
After hours? Is it that late already?
So then, I'll humbly excuse myself now, your ladyship. Ta-ta, toodaloo, cheerio, all the best, bye-bye, and bye, and bye.
Bye, bye, and bye.
That's a lot of farewells, and not even one of them appropriate for her ladyship.
Oh, but I wanted to have a chat.
I'm terribly sorry, but time is pressing at the minute.
You mean you won't even make time for me, Gregson?
Oh, not the eyes again. Oh, no.
Oh, I see. That's a shame.
If I don't get this emergency at the Supreme Court dealt with, Sharpish Lord Strongheart will,
Supreme
well-
Court? Do we even have a Supreme Court here in the UK?
Yes? I mean, that's what Strongheart's
Well, that's what
position is.
Stronghearts
No, I
is.
suppose. sorry. I'm just like, I was just thinking about like if we actually, as the over here have that. I don't think we do have like a super duper court, the ickle courts, and then the big
The
court.
super whooper
We have-
extravagant
There's like
court.
the little chords, then there's like the medium chords,
Then
and then there's the mummy and
big
daddy
court,
chord.
Then
The
there's the
big one.
big court.
no, I don't think we've got this. I don't know.
Emergency?
Lord Strongheart? Nothing! Forgot I said anything! Anyway, I'm off, but...
All right, Gregsy, if you have to. But let's chat soon.
Delighted! Charmed! Can't wait! If you please, my pleasure! Go on now! That's a lot of pleasantries, and not one of them sounded sincere.
Nyum.
Gregsy's so funny. He says such silly things.
Yes, none of it's going to come back on us later.
It's certainly entertaining to see an inspector of the police fawning to a 10-year-old girl,
Ew.
Entertaining's not the word I'd use. It's pretty gross.
but anyway, I wonder what this emergency is at the Supreme Court.
I must attend the court clerk's office now before it closes.
I guess we're going to be off to Stronghearts
That was
then.
the wrong voice. I don't know what voice that was.
Yes, of course. Thank you, Mr. Susato.
Soft
So
bow.
graceful. Kindly escort Iris home now, Mr. Naruhodo. I shall meet you there later.
Zoom.
She's totally not going to get kidnapped.
Oh no! And then be the victim,
Oh, no.
And so,
The murderer,
our
sorry.
investigation
not the victim. Sorry, Taylor.
came to an end. Susato-san went to file the necessary papers for my defense of Gina the following day. And then it hit me. I could no longer suppress the wretched feeling that had been gnawing away at my insides.
I never looked at the darn telegram.
Tomorrow, Susato-san would be leaving Britain and making her way back to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Sad times.
Very, very sad.
Naruhodo-san?
Just make sure you don't trip on a cat.
Oh. Why would you say
Too
that?
soon.
it's
would
been
you
like
say
30
that?
episodes.
No! No!
Stop trying to kill off my
Bad.
characters.
No, I don't want her to get killed off. I like Susato.
It's been a very trying day, hasn't it? I do hope you're not too exhausted.
What about you, Susato-san? Today has been even more trying for you, I'm sure. Mr. Sholmes was shot before our eyes. Gina was arrested. All on the back of the news that her father has fallen ill and she must return to Japan at once. I hope your father recovers soon.
Thank you for your kind words.
Ah, yes, and the conversation has
Awkward
naturally died,
silences.
and we've got nothing left to say to one another.
I wonder why it is that so many thoughts rage in my head like a storm.
That's called anxiety.
Hey.
And yet, I seem unable to find the words to express any of them.
I know exactly what you mean.
Anyway, I have one final task to complete as your judicial assistant. Once that is done, I shall make preparations for my departure tomorrow.
One final...
Hey. No saucy business.
More ketchup.
One final task.
Oh. We get to talk to
Is
Susato.
it going to be the telegram, do we think?
I don't know.
I'm going to go through everything.
It's just 2 months since we arrived in London, but we've managed to establish this office. It was finally feeling as though we were settling in. I would be lying if I said I felt no regret.
I'm so sorry, Susato-san.
It's just so sudden. I really don't know what to think. I've had no time to gather my thoughts.
I know we've only been here a short time, but in my limited experience of the courtroom, I feel I've learned something.
And what would that be?
Top-hinged casement windows are annoying. I mean, it seems to me there are many facets to people's personalities.
Facets?
And like a jewel, the light plays off them in complex patterns, illuminating their actions and their motives. But we see only a small number of the total facets, and what is illuminated is only a part of the whole story.
I've got 2 facets. One is memes and the other is dirty jokes. I'm a 2-faceted jewel.
Just 2-dimensional, in fact.
2D, you say?
2D, indeed. What lies in the shadows? What do those facets we cannot see look like? Perhaps there are some parts we'll never lay eyes on for as long as we live.
That's so true.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm blind to so much. But I keep hoping that one day it will all become clear. That all the facets will be illuminated and I'll finally understand how everything fits together.
Naruhodo-san.
I suppose what matters is that we keep our eyes open and keep moving forward, even if the way sometimes seems dark.
It's amazing to think it's just been 2 months. You've grown so much.
Aww.
Oh.
Aww.
Sorry? Of what?
I'm still the same height!
Naruhodo-san, you've just ruined the special moment. Oh, no. It was nothing. Unimportant.
Do you know what time you will leave London in the morning?
Yes, I picked up my ticket earlier. I shall be leaving here at 4 a.m.
Oh, wow, jeez. That's a time. That's an illegal time of the morning.
It's like, fortunately, Iris has given me something called an alarm clock.
Oh, you know, Mr. Susato, I wanted to see you off, but at 4 a.m., I mean, jeez.
I need my beauty sleep.
I see. Well, I'll escort you to the station.
Absolutely not.
Sorry?
There it is.
I'm sure you realize why I couldn't possibly let you do that.
And then it's going to come up in green text and we have to pick something, and it's going to be his beauty sleep.
You have a very important day ahead of you tomorrow.
Gina's trial. Yes, I know, but...
Every word you utter will have the potential to determine Gina's fate. You must get as much rest as possible. Even though, like me, I'm sure you will find it hard to sleep.
Yes, I mean, I'll probably lie down, try to go to sleep, get aggravated to myself for not being able to fall asleep, and then the anxiety of knowing that I have to sleep because otherwise I won't perform well will just make it even harder to sleep, and then it'll be 7 a.m. and I won't have gotten any sleep at all.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Sounds like an average night
Me
for me.
too, pal.
But please, for me, do try.
One final task. You mentioned one final task a moment ago. What did you mean?
Oh, my! I nearly forgot. Please, I want you to have this.
Oh, is it her little book?
Is this her all-knowing
I
book?
guess so.
I mean, it's a different color, but
What is that? Some huge bundle of documents.
it's the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. Who do you think's been carrying it around this whole time?
Oh.
It's my notes from the case 2 months ago.
Oh, she must have several little books then.
The murder that was committed on the omnibus.
The McGuilded case.
It seems to me that this case of Mr. Windybank's murder, of which Gina is accused, is very much tied up with that omnibus case, in ways that are not yet completely apparent. These are transparent. So I took the liberty of consolidating my writings about the case for you.
With everything else she's had to think about. Susato-san still managed to do this. And all neatly laid out for me in a beautiful handwriting.
That sounds an awful lot like you might be fawning, Mr. Ryunosuke.
No!
It was my pleasure. I can only hope that it will bolster your case for tomorrow for Gina.
Thank you so much, Susato-san. I will do my best to use it wisely. You really are the best judicial assistant in the world.
Oh, you are becoming a simp.
No!
Well, that's extremely flattering. But
Oh,
I'm
her
sorry
smile
to
is good.
say that I've been a complete failure.
Uh-oh.
What? Sorry? I didn't quite catch what you said there.
Ignore me. I was just mumbling to myself.
Really? Because it sure sounded like you were tearing yourself down in an audible tone that
Just-
was spoken out.
It sounded very ominous. It sounded very ominous indeed.
Why have you failed, Susato?
No! Don't leave us like this.
Well, it's getting rather late.
Curse you.
I think you should go to bed now, Naruhodo-san.
It's like Persona 5
I
all
was just
over
about to
again.
say it's like Morgana.
Yep,
Go to
Morgana.
bed. You must go to bed.
But I've just woken up. Go to bed.
I must finish packing up my things from my room.
Susato-san,
I wish you the very best of luck tomorrow. Good night.
Sweet prince.
Oh.
Wait! There's something I need to say.
What? Ow! It's like, if you're not going to go to bed, I'm going to knock you out.
What was that?
A secret technique of mine. The Susato shutdown.
Shut down?
Please, I implore you. If we have to voice our goodbyes, I won't be able to hold back my tears.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, Susato.
Very sad.
Going dark. Vertebra 7.
Light fading.
Can't hold on to life any longer.
My
mother? Is that you, mother?
My aching back.
Susato-san.
Bloody hell, I need a Susato shutdown so I can sleep at night.
It truly had been a trying day. On our feet for hours, getting Gina to open up to us, and learning the truth about that nemesis of a case. Physically and mentally, I was exhausted. Yet the idea of sleep seemed impossible.
Thank goodness.
Until I had been forcefully knocked out.
I was going to say, so thank
my
goodness
judicial
Susato threw me straight on my head and knocked me clean out cold.
But I forced myself to close my eyes.
Not that I had much choice, because I was losing my senses. I was going unconscious.
as the concussion slowly took hold of my consciousness.
The concussion.
And as a cacophony of scenes of our lives here in London played through my mind, eventually my fatigue triumphed, and I fell into a deep sleep. Objection.
Mama.
Excuse me.
Mama.
Oh no, don't do that one. No. No. The small hours. Oh,
The small at the hospital.
yeah.
Oh no, honestly, my feet.
Yes, I quite understand.
No, honestly, my feet couldn't take another moment of your relentless tickling, please. Now, yes, I quite understand. Is it going to be like, yes, I quite understand.
I don't know.
That is a great weight off my mind. I'm presuming it's Sholmes, but it might not be. Ah, yes,
Oh, he's
tis
looking
the boy.
very fit. And...
Rest assured, I shall put everything in place exactly as we have discussed. Thank you so much. It has been an honor and a pleasure to be acquainted with
Oh,
you.
it's
Oh, that's Susato.
Oh, bugger.
Oh, is it? Do you think it is?
I bet
Or
it is.
someone
I bet it is.
else. On the contrary.
That'll be Sholmes.
The pleasure has been mine. The pleasure has been mine. I bid you farewell and Godspeed. Susato
Oh, it
san,
is.
my dear madam. Oh, so, okay.
Should we do that
told
again?
you.
I can't.
Oh no!
It's fading away. You'll just have to
No.
pretend that it was Susato saying it.
Like Ryunosuke's consciousness.
Yeah. Oh, so what have they been up to?
Doing some weird planning.
Dirty hobbitses. Tricksy hobbitses.
Okay. Does this mean we're actually going to get to the trial?
Well, it says trial part 1, so...
Ooh, trial.
When I awoke the following morning, Susato-san was already gone. Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets.
Oh, typical British weather then.
And so began an even longer day than the last. One that I would remember.
Seems like
One
concussion's
that I would
playing
remember.
up again.
For the rest of my days.
Sorry,
For the
Taylor.
rest of my days.
One that I would remember for the rest of my days for Boygan.
I'm sorry. Dude, Baily.
We're doing it again when we ruin all the sad moments, guys.
We are.
We are.
Oh, there she is.
Good morning, Gina. I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it.
Oh, no. No, she's up a creek, mate. She's done.
Pal, the other one, it's got bells on it, mate. So, where's your friend then?
And presumably she's going to be like, oh, I had to go back, did she? Oh, yeah, 'cause she trusts me, don't she? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sorry?
You know, her in the fancy dress. Susato, or whatever you say it, however you say it.
Susato.
I don't know.
Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. She gave me a throw by way of a parting gift.
You all right with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off.
Oh, for God's sake, Gina. Ooh, she's so tiring.
It's fine. It's not as though Miss Susato and I won't meet again. One day, maybe, possibly.
Even
The
so,
dysentery doesn't claim me before 30. But you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have.
Oh,
that Iris?
good morning,
Iris?
you two. Good morning, you two. Not a clue.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Good morning,
kitty.
you two.
Oh, wagga hi.
Wagga hi. How are you feeling, Ginny? Did you manage to sleep? No.
Easy kitty.
Iris,
What are you doing here?
And why did you bring a cat into the court?
What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy?
Meow.
Oh, he's so cute.
Meow.
Boing.
What?
Ah, Waggy!
Meow, meow.
Great way to show you. Great way to show your support, Kitty.
Was that Gregson? Great way to show your support,
Gregson.
Kitty.
Great way to show your support, Kitty. You're just like me ex-wife. As soon as the going got tough, boy, did she get going. Took the kids and everything.
They've turned the weens against me.
Let him have a nose around. What harm can it do? The last time a cat got let loose, it killed someone.
Oh God! Well, no.
Well, no,
it kind of.
Well, sir, I'm glad I'm 2 days away from retirement. It would be a real shame if I were to trip on something and break it. Oh, God!
Bloody cat! Oh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Runo? Ginny?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
Nah, always like the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Jesus. Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities.
Let's not go there.
All right then, I'll give you the bad news first.
Oh no, Gina's not going to be happy about that.
No. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move.
Huh? The bad news was a weather report.
So I hope that Susie made her train to Dover and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port.
Gosh, yes. This is where it's like Iris actually made a weather controlling device and was like, well, if Susie wants to leave, I will just flood the entire world.
All right then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. So even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make it up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it? Oh, God blimey. I couldn't give a monkey's, really.
You think it'll be something sort of like the trial ends and then like Ryunosuke goes running after Susato or something? You think it's going to be something like that?
Yeah, probably. If only all good news cancelled out the bad.
And look, this trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pick-purse plunder. See? How'd you like that? Well, let them say what they want. See if I care.
I can't because you're covering your face.
Don't worry, Runo will soon show everyone that this headline is nonsense.
I will?
And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be Discharge Diver as Dauntless Do-Gooder. Isn't that right, Runo?
Oh, yes. Let's hope so.
You don't sound very confident, Runo. Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you.
Let's hope the headline isn't Lily-livered lawyer loses his lunch.
Oh, well done, Taylor, with that.
How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it?
It's like she was still here.
If only you had the little book as well. Then it'd be uncanny.
Oh, good. It's the court record.
Good luck then, Runo. I'll see what I can. I'll do what I can.
Let's have a quick look at that paper, shall we? Oh, actually, let's have a quick look at this. Notes collected by Mr. Sato. Mason Milverton.
Oh.
Conviction was assured with 3 eyewitness testimonies. However, a surprise 4th witness testimony resulted in acquittal due to insufficient evidence. Okay. And then the paper. Oh, there he is. Oh dear.
perishes and pick-purse plunder. How awful. For Ginny, I mean.
But tomorrow's headline will be Discharged Diver's Dauntless Do-Gooder. Right?
Yes, something like that. If possible, I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger? How?
Proud pickpocket protects Planet Post's trial. Perhaps?
Protects planet?
Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's going to be so great.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. What's on the back?
It's just people.
There's a sensational story lower down the front page as well. Look.
Winston Churchill?
Ministry Mole. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
You're right, Tim.
All right there, Taylor.
I'm just thinking it might be Herlock again.
Oh, no.
Oh, don't you worry. The secrets that you have told me are locked like a steel trap.
I've got a headache
Did you
again.
know all the spies that are out there?
I've got this nice big list of all of them here. I could show it to you if you like over lunch.
But you mustn't tell anyone. For a 10-year-old, Iris certainly has her finger on the pulse of the world news.
It's about secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted. But how would somebody be doing that? Well, they'll get a net to catch the pigeons.
Catch the pigeon, catch the pigeon. That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 possible methods so far.
The first, right, is you get up on a building with a hang glider, and then you go after the pigeon and you try to nab it as it's flying away.
No. What you do, right, is I don't know what a glider is. You just jump off the building and flap your arms really hard.
Be one with the pigeon.
And then you catch the pigeon while you're
And
flying.
then the third one is you get a trampoline, right? And you try to jump high enough to nab the pigeon before it gets too far away. The only problem with that one is you've got to make sure you hit the trampoline on the way back down. That was how Mark broke both his legs the other day.
Just his legs. It was quite a small building they jumped off, I suppose.
Yeah. I didn't say my life.
No, of course not. I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it could be. And it could explain why he has Gregsy running from pillar to post at the moment.
Susato couldn't possibly be caught up in any of that.
That's what I've been thinking. I've been sat here thinking
She
that.
might be. Is she actually a spy?
Oh no, I'm just thinking if someone's like, it's a false telegram that she's been sent or something.
It could be to do.
Could be. I was wondering about that as well. Like someone's like drawing her away specifically to interfere in the case.
That would be pretty rubbish, wouldn't it? If it's like, oh no, Susato is going. She's like, oh, I am a spy, by the way.
No, I don't think Susato is.
I don't want her to be a spy.
She takes off her face and she was actually Barrack Van Zeeks the entire time.
Oh. Pray.
Pray, forgive the discourtesy of deceiving
It's like
you
Mission
and
Impossible.
leading your poor heart astray.
It's like Mission Impossible, and she just pulls the mask off, and it's like, yeah, and then pulls the mask off again. You don't know who I am.
I said that.
Oh, sorry.
Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. Here's my law gun.
Oh God! Oh God!
Iris, I probably wouldn't point that in the courtroom. You might give the judge a slight heart attack.
I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement.
No.
And by moral support and encouragement, I mean terrifying you that if you mess it up, I will shoot you with this gun.
This is the true cat flappermat.
I'm not sure that big thing is as
Taylor, she's 10, you sick.
What's your language, boy?
I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but
Thank you, Iris. That's very kind of you.
Oh, yeah. Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering is all, about Sholmes. Did they fix him up all right?
Oh, yes. They put both of my feet back on the ends of my wrists and both of my hands back on the ends of my ankles. It's truly mystifying.
And now my lungs are my spleen.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Well, you see, we had to replace the first organs with spaghetti, but then in the process of replacing the first organs, we messed up another set, and well, you know, it just got out of hand so quick.
It's the South Park. It's like, we replaced your heart with a baked potato. You've got about 3 seconds to live, and then just explode. And then that's it.
God. Yes, the operation was a great success. But Hurley still hasn't come round yet. Eh? I've asked a friend of mine at Scottish Yard.
Well, I've got to carry it on, haven't I?
Yeah, absolutely.
To send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment that... Has he been faking being unconscious
Seems
this
that
entire
way.
time?
Has he faked being shot as well? I don't know.
Oh, right.
No Susato-san, no Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today to prove that Gina is innocent of this crime.
Lestrade at Lestrade!
Strayed.
Strataburger! Counsel for the defense, the trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom sharpish.
It's time then.
Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris.
Lead the way, Runo.
Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared.
No, I'm not.
I am as well, to be perfectly honest. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here.
Who's that in that 1-star uniform?
If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that.
There you go.
The old Baily courtroom.
There he is. There's your boy.
Oh, there he is. Inexplicably, he's back again.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen,
Go save the queen.
I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade.
It's Lestrade, you old Bert.
How dare you?
Miss Lestrade, please refrain from insulting the judge while you are on the stand. Kindly.
Poor Blarney, I'm a bloody street urchin and he can't even get my name right.
Would you please stop bickering over there? I'm trying to begin the trial. The guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and the defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
The prosecution is ready.
Oh,
Ready.
good. You're back. The defense is ready.
Lord Van Zieks,
My lord.
remind me, how many years ago it was that you withdrew from the public prosecution service?
It was some 5 years ago, my lord.
Yes. And then 2 months ago, you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. I also noticed a series of small animal killings. And blood. And here you are again today.
Bats around here recently.
There are some circumstances of which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior. In what one might describe as your former life, 5 years past, you dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
Really?
Yet
Well, I must be quite important indeed.
today, you chose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. I confess, I find it more than a little befuddling, Counsel.
I just particularly like peeing off the Japanese. Nipponese, sorry. There are two types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large.
He means Mr. McGuilded, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yes, I just about managed to work that out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Magnus McGuilded. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him. Although I didn't really have a
And
choice, as I recall.
secondly, even more loathsome.
He's going to say me.
Even
going to say
more
the Nipponese, isn't
loathsome. Those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies, only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands in
there
the
it is.
Far East. The Nipponese.
What? Did he really just say that? That's horribly racist. He'll get cancelled on Twitter for sure.
He means you now, Runo.
Thank you, Iris. I actually managed to work that out too.
You're welcome.
Total betrayal? What are you talking
The
about?
eyes, though. The shifty eyes do worry me a tiny bit.
You're not doing yourself any favors, Naruhodo.
Imbecile.
You mean narrow Otto? That torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zeek's eyes. Was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people?
An alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zeeks. Still, the Judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called
Judiciary?
Judiciary, for God's sake, I did it again.
The Judiciary!
The
put my
Yeah,
teeth in.
it's that second eye. I can't. Yeah.
The Judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Baily, feared by all London's malefactors.
Your lordship is too kind.
Yes, well, I have beaten you twice already. So.
Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial.
Well, they're not that random. Two of them we've seen before.
Wait, hold on.
3 of them.
3 of them, actually.
Is that, oh, that's the friggin' warlord.
God?
Remember from the start, like the one that we read the article about while we were on the ship?
Oh gosh! Yes. Yeah.
The fugitive. He was the fugitive that what's-her-face was disguising herself as. And he's got a friggin' Meryl.
He was in that newspaper clipping, like the Russian girl,
Oh, shoot,
the dancer,
yes.
the ballerina.
God, what was his name?
I don't
Is it
know. I
Victor
have got
something?
these gloves
I'm
on.
sure we'll find out.
They just called me a doctor. I don't know why.
That's the old guy. That's juror number 6.
Yep.
I didn't realise he was a doctor.
I think the only new one is actually the third. Well, the third and the 6th one, actually. The 6th one
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Are you ready to hear the evidence played before you and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant?
Former lieutenant in the British Army here. Don't you know, chaps like me were born ready.
Why is he blushing?
Well, he's got a very cute maid.
He does have a cute maid.
Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and a clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think. Oh God!
Go on then, Pete.
Everything will be stereoscopic in my future.
Oh, God.
Absolutely everything, and I'm ready for it.
Gee,
Who in the audience might be able to think of why him being a fan of stereoscopic imagery is going to be relevant? I do so wonder.
I don't understand it.
Oh no!
I can't have left it in there. It's not possible. But could I have?
Let's me watch.
Oh, she's changed jobs as
I
well.
swore I had it on my wrist before I opened up that detective.
Okay.
But I'll be dipped. I can't find it anywhere.
I like that she's changed jobs from, like, obviously having to use a
She was the
typewriter
typist, now she's
to
using Morse code
Morse,
again.
yes, Morse code, that was it.
Women indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop. Oh my god.
Oh, Taylor's...
I love the mouse.
Good day. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower.
Oh, I like how it says, it does actually say visiting.
Visiting.
Oh my goodness.
No, that is why
No,
I said visiting.
I thought you were doing a bit and then I
I
did
am
it.
no.
reading
It actually
good
says
of
visiting.
English. I am reading good of English. You think Spy would be able to talk English as good as me? No.
Is,
Nine.
is something wrong, Runo?
Not exactly. It's just
No.
fairly sure I recognize these jurors.
The cheeky boy.
Wait, what was he doing? I didn't
He was probably
see.
like gawking at the maid.
Oh, I missed
Well, no, I don't know. It was probably just like it was before, but he's
You
just
wait
there.
till I get you out, Mr. Garrett!
It's just like his eyes are probably like, you know, peering down at the corner and he's blushing. He's like, oh, goodness, this maid.
I like that the mouse is also.
Yeah. The mouse is
pretty-
actually the spy.
Yeah.
The mouse is controlling
That's
him.
the twist, yeah.
This guy was Russian, wasn't he?
He was Russian, yes.
I'm not just making. Okay. I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors, almost all of them, in fact. Is the juror pool really so shallow?
Really? Funny coincidences like that happen from time to time, don't they? It is quite strange. The jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know.
It's almost like they only made so many models for this game. Perhaps the development team were quite small, whatever that means.
So I've been led to believe. Something tells me I'm being duped.
Very well. Now, Lord Van Ziegs, the court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder.
My.
The victim, Mr. Pop Windybank, also not a father, proprietor,
know?
proprietor.
Proprietor.
Are you quite
all
right, Lord Van Ziegs? You seem to be having
It seems that I may have had one glass of wine too many.
Proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker.
How many scrolls am I holding up? I swore there was
What?
one of them, but I do seem to see 3 at the moment.
10?
How many glasses of wine does it take for a prosecutor to be ready for court, I wonder? Well, I've had my 11th. So, I don't know where I'm going with that. Proprietor. Okay.
17 goblets.
17. Yeah, I know. I fuddled the number, didn't I? I was thinking 17. It should have been 17. Okay, right. The victim, Mr. Pop Windybank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. The evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in near instant death.
Is that blood?
Moving on to the findings of Scottish Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising, diagonal trajectory.
And what's that supposed to tell us? That the guy was shorter than Pop Winterbank?
It means, my Nipponese friend, the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Iris!
Don't look at me.
Someone like the accused, you might say.
Oh.
The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord.
Oh, indeed. The court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please.
The autopsy report has been entered into the court record. The crime scene photograph has been entered into the court record.
Is this where we investigate and it turns out that he died almost instantly?
Oh, God.
Not actually instantly.
I mean, that
No,
does happen in nearly every case.
No,
in
it's
a
where
video.
the autopsy report gets updated.
Oh, but Edgeworth isn't in this game.
He could be.
He
Could
could
be lurking
be.
in the shadows.
Okay. Time of death, 1 to 1:30. Instant death from a posterior
Postero-anterior bullet wound.
My goodness. Bullet entered from the back. And then we see the crime scene photograph with a magnifying glass. we
Wait,
can
did it? Just go back again
go back where?
to the autopsy report.
Okay.
To
Enter the body from
the back.
Wait, what?
So that's shooting downwards. So that's somebody taller than him then.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, yeah, that's a
Yes.
good point, because if it was a rising diagonal, it wouldn't have
At
gone...
the back of his
It
shoulder.
would have gone through his head.
Well, so they're because they're saying he's shot in the back, and here, and he was shot in the heart, right? So as you say, it would have, if it was a short person, it would have, yeah. Well, I guess it would have only got his shoulder, well, or maybe his head as well.
But would it have only got his shoulder?
I don't know.
We'll have to find out next time.
Will we? Oh, Taylor, why? Why you have to end the episode? Why?
Because we have a time limit, I'm afraid.
Okay, fine. Fine.
after
So,
that.
thank you everybody so much for watching. If you do enjoy our antics, please remember to hit the subscribe, like, and bell buttons so that you receive notifications about when we post our content on Wednesdays and
And
Saturdays.
feel free to drop a
And
comment
with
down
that-
below. What was your favorite bit? Who was your favorite character? Do you actually like our stuff? It's nice to know. We do try to reply to everything, so
Yes.
please tell us. And with that,
Well, you two stop cutting each other off.
it's not my fault that there's a delay over Discord.
And remember, until next time, in polite conversation, you take turns waiting for people to speak instead of interjecting
over the top of them.
them.
Oh, for God's sake. See you later, guys. I'm going to go sort these two out.